Let's close our eyes and pay attention to our breathing. Feel the energy align as you breathe in. Breathe in healing energies. And breathe out the discomforts. Breathe in the loving energies. Feel it spread through your body. And heal all the unhealed parts. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. And breathe in love, faith, and integrity. Breathe out any feelings of loneliness, chaos, and doubts. Breathe in peace and prosperity. Feel the abundance of love, faith, and integrity. And breathe out all the scarcities. Breathe in joy and care. Feel the joy in every cell of the body. And breathe out all the sadness. Resume normal breathing. Let's invoke our ancestors, our angels and archangels. Feel their presence in our space to heal us, to love us, to guide us. Seek their blessings. Invoke healing and loving masters. Mahavtar Babaji, Mahadev, seek their blessings. Invoke your higher consciousness. Seek to align with it. Become aware that this higher consciousness is constantly guiding us, providing us the intuitions. Thank the higher consciousness and express your gratitude. Invoke radical consciousness and the prime resource energy. Align with these loving and healing frequencies. Express your gratitude to Atman and all our mentors. Take a deep breath in and become aware of our reality, physical reality, as we breathe out. Feel Mother Earth. Feel the gravity. Feel being grounded. Thank everyone and everything to help us stay connected with ourselves as we evolve. Thank you. The reading of this morning is Left Clarity Chakra. Reminder for clarity in action. Clarity in action, confusion, conflict. Need to decide the course of action. Clarity in contribution. Clarity in implementation. Clarity is important for personal and professional effectiveness. When you do not have 100% clarity, you may stagnate or slow down. You may not be able to act or contribute in an adequate manner. Don't you feel that it's time to make up your mind and take care of this confusion and difficulties in deciding between various action plans? Examine and address your reluctance to do. Discharge, deliver, or perform by embracing certain opportunities as they may not be suiting your beliefs. Conditionings and moral upbringing. Remaining in a confused state of mind could be an excuse for not contributing, imparting, delivering, giving, sharing, as per guidance from your own conscience. You need to learn how to act with total clarity, irrespective of others' opinion, guidance, and interference in your life. So let's see what comes up. Lakshmi, what I'll do is recite the statements 3 times and just continue. So you just relax today.
Okay, ma'am.
I RFI my need for clarity. I RFI my need for clarity. I RFI my need for clarity. I RFI my confusions. I artify my confusions. I artify my confusions. I artify my need for confusions. I artify my need for confusions. I artify my need for confusions. I artify the reasons with my confusions. I artify the reasons with my confusions. I artify the reasons with my confusions. I see my confusions. I feel my confusions. I acknowledge my confusions. I love and accept my confusions. I honor my confusions. I honor the brilliance in my confusions. I am my confusions, and my confusions are me. I recognize my confusions. I recognize my confusions. I recognize my confusions. I artify my association of confusions with pleasing people. I artify my association of confusions with pleasing people. I artify my association of confusions with pleasing people. I artify my need to please people, preventing me from having total clarity. I artify my need to please people, preventing me from having total clarity. I artify my need to please people from having total clarity. I artify my need for clarity. I artify my need for clarity. I artify my need for clarity. I artify my need to understand that doing anything with clarity is in alignment with my life purpose. I artify my need to understand that doing anything with clarity is in alignment with my life purpose. I artify my need to understand that doing anything with clarity is in alignment with my life purpose. I artify my need to understand that confusions are deviation from my life purpose. I artify my need to understand that confusions are deviations from my life purpose. I artify my need to understand that confusions are deviations from my life purpose. I artify my adverse associations with clarity. I artify my adverse associations with clarity. I artify my adverse associations with clarity. I artify my fear that I may be rejected when I operate out of clarity. I artify my belief that I may be rejected when I operate out of clarity. I arfy my fear that I may be rejected when I operate out of clarity. I arfy my association of clarity with independence. I arfy my association of clarity with independence. I arfy my association of clarity with independence. I arfy my association of independence with taking risks. I arfy my association of independence with taking risks. I arfy my association of independence with taking risks. I arfy my fear of failure. I arfy my fear of failure. I arfy my fear of failure. I arfy my fear of failure when I take decisions independently. I arfy my fear of failure when I take decisions independently. I arfy my fear of failure when I take decisions independently. I arfy my need for clarity to be efficient. I arfy my need for clarity to be efficient. I arfy my need to have clarity to be efficient. The more clear I am, the more efficient I shall be. The more clear I am, the more efficient I shall be. The more clear I am, the more efficient I shall be. The more efficient I am, more productive I shall be. The more efficient I am, the more productive I shall be. The more efficient I am, the more productive I shall be. I arfy my need to ignore failures when I'm being efficient and productive. I arfy my need to overcome my failures while being efficient and productive. I arfy my need to overcome my failures while being efficient and productive. I arfy my beliefs associated with failures. I arfy my beliefs associated with failures. I arfy my beliefs associated with failures. I arfy my fear of failure preventing me from having clarity. I arfy my fear of failure preventing me from having clarity. I arfy my fear of failure preventing me from having clarity. I arfy my need to let myself flow. I arfy my need to let myself flow. I arfy my need to let myself flow. Any thoughts, any feelings?
Ma'am, right side body. Sometimes I'm feeling the ripples. Sometimes I'm feeling the fire, especially when you are repeating this failure statements. That time I just feel the fire towards my right side body, top to toe.
Okay. I arfy Is it like burning?
No, but I
Just the
just
heat.
felt the fire coming out
Mm.
from my body,
So like
and
releasing
only
it?
from my right side. Yeah, yeah, ma'am. It's a kind
Okay.
of releasing, but twice you use the failure statement.
Mm.
So that time only it came out. Otherwise, it was like more of the energy flowing, sometimes ripples,
Mm.
but only I'm feeling towards my right side
Okay.
in today's session.
Yeah, yeah. So right is about giving and left is about taking in, right?
Okay.
So I find my fear of contributing.
I
find
find
my
my
fear, yeah, I
I
find
find
my fear of contributing. I find my fear of contributing. I find my adverse associations with contribution. I find my adverse associations with contribution. I find my adverse associations with contribution. I find my fear of contribution preventing me from having clarity. I find my fear of contribution preventing me from having clarity. I find my fear of contribution preventing me from having clarity. I find my need to be the channel of contribution to have clarity. I find my need to be a channel of contribution to have clarity. I find my need to be a channel of contribution to have clarity. So what thoughts I'm getting is when we are afraid to give, or we think that people may not receive it, or it is not enough, or should I give, shouldn't I give, should I wait for another opportunity or another occasion, then I'm blocking myself. Somewhere that energy gets trapped within.
true, ma'am. It's happening actually.
Yeah, because we may feel not appreciated enough or not appropriate enough or whatever, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Lot of beliefs get trapped and they don't have this path to flow.
Okay.
And those create confusion. You know, at that moment, I'm like, should I give 1,000 rupees as gift or 500 rupees as gift?
Yeah.
And I'm not like clear about it. So I'd say I'll look around and, you know, somebody says 500, somebody says 5,000. So I'm stuck. I give 1,000, let's say. Then I say, was it less? Was it more? Would they appreciate it or not appreciate it? Would they think cheap of me or high of me? You know, this confusion, conflicts continue even after the contribution is done.
Yes.
Again, you know, a need to please people, need to be in good books of everybody blocks me from having clarity. The clarity could be, you know, my income is so much, my budget is so much, irrespective of what people think, I'm going to give so much.
Okay.
That's clarity.
Huh. Okay.
Right? Because I know
Okay.
my situation. Nobody knows. I mean, you may be earning 5 lakhs per month.
Yes.
I'm only earning 50,000 a month. Again, the need to
Yes.
compare, the need to be respected, you know, all those beliefs are what we need to address, blocking us from having the clarity. Or coming up with a principle, you know, all events. I mean, I'm not going to say no to anybody ask for donation, but everybody is going to get 100 rupees.
Okay.
You know, there are so many people who call you, there's so many people you get invited, you know, so that's a principle. No matter where I go, if I'm invited, this is what I'm going to give. So that principle will also give us a lot of clarity. Okay, I know one of my uncles, he has envelopes, these gift envelopes. Every envelope has 500 rupees in it.
Okay.
So they just pick one envelope, whether however close up, he can do later. Say I invite him for any function to my house and 500, he wants to give me more than that. He'll still give me that envelope, but he will give me something else also.
Okay.
So something like that. The principles, I think I RFI my need. I RFI my need to what do I want to say, to have certain principle, but I don't want to use that word. So I RFI my need for, again, maybe clarity. I RFI my need to have like a standard, and I RFI my need for a standard. No, I don't know, I'm not getting any other word. I RFI my need for a balanced approach irrespective of the situation.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can connect with this.
I RFI my need for a balanced approach irrespective of the situation. I RFI my need for a balanced approach irrespective of the situation. So balanced would be I receive, I contribute. So it could be 10% of your salary that is out for donation or gifts or whatever. So this month it may be 700 rupees. Next month it could be 1,000 rupees. So we could have that kind of a balance, giving, receiving. So that may help us with establishing the neutrality. And at some point, we need to go beyond this give and take.
Like?
Right. I have been experimenting with it. Typically we have this thing, especially with gifts and relatives, right? So don't give anything.
I don't.
Yeah.
Now I've stopped because I don't like this idea now.
Of course, I need to tell you that I care for you. So I can knit a little bag or paint a little thing or cook something to take for you rather than giving you a gift.
Yes,
that you don't like anyways.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, we're really not sure whether they like it or not.
Yeah, unless we know that they really like it. And some people like anything you give.
Yes.
And some people will not like anything you give. So, and we are caught in between. So I definitely care for you. You are in my mind. I shall make something that you like.
True.
But this gift thing, especially when it is expected, I try and do it, go through that discomfort with awareness. And nothing really happens. It's just the discomfort in my mind because of my beliefs.
True.
But because I'm doing it consciously, I'm aware of it. I'm not driven by it. So I feel awkward to say, I feel awkward to, I feel even awkward to give. So I don't know. So those are the things where we deliberately practice certain things to reassure our subconscious mind that it is really okay. Nobody really cares.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And even when I give, I do anonymous. I don't write from Shubha. So
Okay.
let them think whether I've given or not given. It doesn't really matter. And if I want to contribute, I contribute, and that's all it is.
Mm.
So I think that will help us with some real life experience, because these real life experiences is what gave us our beliefs and conditionings, right?
Mm.
We heard people tell contribute. We heard people tell you have to give so much, whatever. The same thing when I start doing the opposite side, we also start getting experiences of the other kind. So yeah, and one other beautiful thing I heard yesterday is based, I mean, he relates it to the mathematics. When I have, like, say 20 rupees or 20 units of energy, and I
Okay.
decide to do 10 things using that energy. So for one thing, I have only 2 units of energy, 20 divided by 10. And so I need more energy. And then I have to reduce the number of activities. So I decide to take up 5 activities. And so 20 units of energy by 5 activities will give me 4 units of energy per activity. And if I want more intense work to be done, then I have to divide it further. So I just pick up like 2 activities, divide the 20 units by 2, I get 10 units per activity. And this is how the person goes on to say that Indians invented zero because they wanted abundant energy to attain moksha or to become one with conscious. So they had to give up many of the other activities. So 20 divided by 0 is infinity. So people started, I mean, people on the path of spiritual development, they gave up their household things. You know, they gave up many other things, but the last 5 were more like they gave up household, then they gave up clothing, then they had only food and you know, shelter. You know, they gave up food. They started reducing, eat minimum, eat 1 meal. And many of the yogis we know live on cosmic energy. They gave up on food. And finally, they had to give up their own body. You know, that's the samadhi sthiti.
Yes, ma'am.
That's how they invented zero. So I'm trying to relate that to the clarity, the lesser things we have to do on our list for today or for life, more clarity we will automatically have.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, it has given me the clarity. Yes, ma'am. Because many times when it comes to sharing knowledge, money, or doing something, we are just confused whether we should do it or not, whether people will appreciate it or not. When I'm trying to give forcefully, okay, the response I'm receiving, it's not like pleasing me also myself. Like, okay, why I did for that person when they are not able to acknowledge my efforts. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of confusion, and it was
Yeah.
going on for last few days, and it came up.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I actually, I saw this short video yesterday,
Okay.
and I just wrote out everything that I want to do, you know, knitting and painting and my training. And oh my God, there are so many things. I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm getting so scattered.
Ah,
And doing that one thing, also we can accomplish everything that we want to.
true.
But do that one thing with 100% effort. And that I can't do because, I mean, as it is in Indian households, you are torn between cooking and cleaning and inviting people, etc., etc.
Yes. Whether
So
we want it or not.
yeah. So I said, okay, when I'm on the phone, I mean, with somebody, with my mother or some casual talk, I'm going to iron
Yes.
my clothes.
Mm.
And when I have people over, I'm going to knit. that's when I'm knitting. So I'm doing
Okay.
both. And when I'm by myself, I'm definitely working on this and this only.
Hmm.
So I set something up, I wrote them out, and I kept looking at it, and I said, well, I'm alone now, I'm not going to be looking at that. So that gave a lot of definitely more clarity than before, but I think I need to practice it.
Yes, ma'am. But at least it has come in your space. So now you would be able to do it also.
Exactly. Right.
Yes.
So,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
thank you. Seema, do you have anything to share?
No, ma'am, just listening.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Thank you for joining us. All right. We just close with the affirmation. The less I do, the more clarity I have. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The less I do, the more clarity I have. The less I do, the more clarity I have. The less I do, the more clarity I have. Thank you all very much. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
ma'am.
day.